Did you know that there is a formula for improving any kind of relationship? And when I talk about relationship or relationships, I'm talking about a business relationship, a colleague relationship. I'm talking about a spouse or your significant other, a relationship with your children, a relationship with your clients, with your parents, any kind of relationship, this formula works. So what is this formula? Well, it's actually the formula of being here in the moment, presence. You know, Eckhart Tolle wrote a whole entire book on being in the moment and presence. So there's a couple of steps in this formula connected to increasing your presence. And the first step is contact. And contact is the amount of closeness and proximity to the person you want to improve your relationship with. Now, when I talk about closeness, I'm not talking about just physical closeness. I'm talking about emotional. I'm talking about spiritual. I'm talking about just being close. You know, think about a time if you've ever walked into a room and maybe you were close to a person, there was a conversation going on, but really and truly, even though maybe you were physically close, you were like a million miles apart. So definitely not a lot of here-ness in that situation. And then the other piece of the formula has to do with connection. Are you there? Can you duplicate? Can you get the other person, if you will, what they're sharing, what they're talking about, their viewpoints, their opinions, their mindsets? You know, sometimes those mindsets are a bit too much to grasp, if you will. But the secret to that is just being present and being able to let the person have their viewpoint, hear their communication, and then that creates a deeper connection, more closeness, and improves the relationship. So there is an exercise to help you with this formula. And the exercise goes like this. Take out a piece of paper and ask yourself this question. Where am I truly willing to be present? Okay. And then write down your answers. Where am I truly willing to be present? I love that because you get power of choice over it. So it may be at work, it may be at home, it may be with your family, it may be with some family members and not some family members, just depending, and it's okay. With my partner, while exercising, maybe cooking, or just while I'm walking outside. So those are just a few examples on where you're willing to be present. Now, ask yourself question 2 is, where would I rather not be present? And write down all your answers. You know, some of your answers may be in a topic about politics. You know, politics is something that I don't really talk that much about with most people. Why? Because there's so many different views on it, and some people are can get very heated over it. So, you know, there are just some things that I won't go there with the person. Why? Because I'd rather not be in a situation where, you know, we get at odds, there's two different opinions. And so that's something that I'd rather not be present with. In toxic environments might be one that you'd rather not be present with. You know, that could go either way, because if I'm in a toxic environment, while I'd rather not be there and be in that space, if I find myself in that space, I definitely want to be present so that I can handle that to the best of my ability and then exit out of that space. You know, it's part of using what I know and how to make the situation better, diffuse whatever's making it toxic, and, you know, just going on with my day. Another place that you'd rather not be present. It might be in an abusive situation. Again, what am I doing there anyway? But if I was in an abusive situation or in a space like that, and I'm talking about, just a conversation, somebody giving me a bunch of things that I don't want, or talking about things that, quite negative or that come across quite abusive, I'm going to use my ability to be present so that, first of all, I don't react to that. But those are things and places that I'd rather not be present with. So, in just situations I'd rather not put myself in. And then the last thing is during tragedies and disasters. Oh my goodness. That can be quite painful to be present in. Would I rather not be present with that? Yes, but I will tell you that if I'm caught in a tragedy or in a disastrous situation, I'm going to be present because that's where my intelligence comes in. And that's how I actually know how to handle the situation better so that I can get the best outcome and be the most helpful to all people that's in that situation. But ultimately, if you're present, you won't find yourself there. So, presence. Where am I truly willing to be present? Where would I rather not be present? Now, after you've written down these answers, set a timer for 1 minute and just practice being here in the moment. Practice being focused. Observe your surroundings. Notice everything you can perceive, but stay silent for 1 minute. This is a very, very simple exercise, but yet very powerful. I cannot stress this enough. Practice it daily. My team and I, we practice presence 20 minutes 1 day a week with the whole staff. And then we practice present a little bit more on the second training of each week. So practice presence, practice it first with yourself, and then grab someone else and sit down and be present with them. Okay, so if you want to go deeper after doing these exercises of presence, if you want to go deeper, join my mini training for just $1. The mini training is called, and I so love the title, it's Write Your Own Love Story. Write your love story. And when I talk about writing your love story, I'm not talking about writing the love story with your partner, with your husband, or significant other. I'm talking about write your love story for your life. How do you want that to be? Have love in everything you do. It does affect your mood level, obviously. So, included in the training comes a workbook with very valuable insights about relationships and love, a powerful process to actually rewrite those limiting beliefs, mindset guys, about relationships, and also an audio guide where we guide you through the exercises in the workbook. And the best part, again, is $1. So you can do the free exercise I shared, take the mini training for just $1 and dive deeper into transforming your relationships. And guess who it starts with? You. So to sign up, go to the link go.aclc.us/love. go.aclc.us/love. See you next week.